Hey, what's up, y'all? CP from Blue Eclipse Productions. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to y'all about insanity. Now, I'm not referring to that workout tape or anything like that. I mean, we're going to go over the definition of insanity because it's one of those topics that I basically stumbled upon a blog the other day. And I wish I could remember like the name, like the author or where I found it, but you know how it is with them blogs, man. It's like, wait, let me fix my chair. All right, yeah, I'm comfy. But no, you know how it is with blogs, man. It's really hard to find one unless you bookmark it or you know how to type it a certain kind of way or how to find it the way you found it before. And I can't really remember how I found it before, but the reason why is because I know that I'm mostly a music channel and I talk about mixing and stuff, but it's something that can be applied to mixing. It can be applied to music in general. It can be applied to pretty much everything in life, depending on how you look at it, how you absorb it, and how you can catch yourself. Like if you feel like, damn, you know what? Like maybe I'm doing something that's insane, or like, you know, I guess me doing this thing that I'm doing is a form of insanity, you know, but you just never really saw it like that. I mean, it was in your face, but you didn't really, you know, identify with it. But anyway, let's go over the words. So the original word, or not the original word, but one of the most common definitions for the word insanity that you'll find in almost any dictionary is somebody who thinks illogically, somebody who's crazy, you know, their mind is filled with madness, etc., etc. You know, it's almost like an extreme form of mental, doesn't make any kind of sense kind of deal. And in the article that I read, it basically, to me, said the same thing, but in a different, or from a different perspective. So the definition, so my bad, it's early in the morning, I'm like rubbing my eye and shit, I'm sorry. But alright, the definition from the blog was that basically insanity is when a person repeats the same mistake because they're hoping for a different outcome. I'm gonna say it one more time. Their definition of insanity is when a person repeatedly makes the same mistake because they're hoping for a better outcome. Now let's break it down further. What's a mistake? A mistake is when you perform an action or a choice that results in, or that gives an unwanted result. So, or in a, you know, let me say it one more time, make sure I got it right. It's a person that, yeah, they make a mistake. A mistake is when you do something that gives an unwanted result. Now, the key thing with the definition for insanity, the one that I read from the blog, again, that says when a person repeats the same mistakes because they're hoping for a different outcome. Now, hoping for a different outcome, that's the key thing right there that a lot of people do, including myself, and you don't always catch yourself in the moment or realize that you're doing it. Like, here's another example. Let's just say that, okay, you got a guy that's like, he's a fucking alcoholic, all right? He's a drunk. I mean, he's drinking before work, after work, during his lunch break. You know, he's driving around drunk. You know, he downs like a whole bottle, like fucking bottled water or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he doesn't even need a chaser. He just drinks. You know what I mean? So you got this person, and he gets in his car, he's wasted, he starts driving around, you know what I mean? And he gets pulled over, gets arrested, gets a DUI, he's on probation, etc., etc., etc. So after the whole thing, you know what I mean? He's like, damn, man, alright, I gotta chill. You know, he's trying to better himself, you know, so he goes for counseling and all of that, you know, comes out, he's like, okay, I'm good, I'm straight, you know. So then he decides to start drinking again, you know, because he has an addiction, or maybe because he just says fuck it and he just wants to keep on drinking. So he starts drinking again, but he's like, I'm only drink a little bit, you know. So he starts drinking a little bit becomes more becomes a lot, starts driving around again, gets a DUI again, goes through probation, etc., etc., etc. You know what I mean? So now he's back on the street again, goes through counseling again, right? And now he's really like, damn, man, all right, at the very least, I'm not gonna drink and drive. You know what I'm saying? I'll just walk and drink. So he starts drinking, he gets faded, but then he's in the street and he goes, he walks to a bar or somewhere, maybe he gets a ride to a bar, starts acting real belligerent, starts messing with people, and then the police arrest him anyway for disorderly conduct. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he does. So let's analyze that for a second. On the surface, it seems like he was thinking that, okay, well, if I drink and drive, that's going to be my way into trouble. You know what I mean? And he repeated that same thing twice, right? Then the third time he figures, okay, well, this time I'll just go walk around in public and go to a bar and drink there instead of drinking and driving. Maybe that'll stop me from getting a DUI. And it did stop him from getting a DUI, but it didn't stop him from getting arrested. You know what I mean? And the source of the problem was not driving a car, and it wasn't going to a bar. The source of the problem was his alcoholism, him drinking. But here's the insane part. The insanity is he didn't realize that drinking was the mistake that was causing all these other problems. He thought that by changing his driving habit or going around on foot would stop him from getting arrested. Because no, it obviously can't be because I'm drunk. It's got to be because of everything else. And no, it's because you're repeating the same mistake. And it's like that with everything else, man. It's like if you're trying to lose weight, you know what I'm saying? Now, you're not supposed to be eating Twinkies, donuts, and Ho-Hos and all of that shit. And I have that problem too. I'm actually trying to cut down on weight. You know what I mean? But like, you know better than that. But then you decide, all right, well, fuck it. I know a better way to do it. I'ma still eat my Twinkies, Ho-Hos, and cookies and cake and all of that shit. But I'ma just work out really hard. I'm gonna work out twice as much, and I'll be good there. Fuck no, it doesn't work. All right, that's insanity too. If you want to drop weight, you have to reduce your caloric intake, and the only way to reduce your caloric intake is just by completely avoiding snacks altogether, so that way you don't run into any other possible mistakes. Eat your fruits, vegetables, you know what I'm saying, good meats, etc., etc. But to apply this to music, man, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, if you're trying to mix some songs and it's just not coming out right, try something different. Believe it or not, try something different. Nobody's just gonna lay it out for you in stone. I mean, I try to, and I'm working on it. I'm still working on the same issue. Can't get my recording situation right. It's really frustrating. I know I sound like a broken record. Well, damn, man, are you trying? Are you doing it? Yeah, I'm trying and I'm doing it. But I'm also tied up with other things. I'm actually doing this video before I'm on my way to my job right now. You know what I'm saying? But, it's like, try some different plugins, try some different things, you know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, like especially with vocals, if you want to have a better vocal, it's not always the fault of the mic. Like this mic that I got in the back, I don't know if you can see it, that's an MXL 990, okay? That's as cheap as it can get besides getting a damn Radio Shack mic. But, again, I tried something different. I treated my room. I've said that in several other videos. My room is pretty much acoustically treated. And I just recently purchased the Joe Meek, right? It's a preamp. So I'm like, yeah, let me try something different. Let me use a preamp. Because this was one that I read a lot of reviews on. Everybody said that it was dope. I tried it out, and it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing was I got tired of my Fast Track Pro, that sound card. So again, I tried something different. I did a lot of research and I found out about the PreSonus Fire Studio Mobile. And in a previous video I was talking about the dynamic range. You know what I'm saying? This bad boy has 118 dB in and 118 dB out with its AD-DA conversion. You know what I'm saying? So me trying all these different things, it's the same mic. You would think it's the mic's fault, but it's not the mic's fault. Running this mic through my preamp and then running it through a high quality AD converter and then playing it back through the high quality, what is it? DA? Yeah. Playing it back out through my Yamahas, it pretty much by me doing something different, I'm getting much better results with my vocals. And I'm not even, this is before I'm even getting into EQ and compression and tracking and everything else. I mean, this is just straight up just using different equipment and trying different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way I can explain it, man. Think about the definition of insanity again. It's repeating the same mistake because you're hoping for a different outcome. Stop making the same mistakes. Just try something different. You know what I mean? You never know what your results are going to be. It's not always going to be laid out in stone for you. And it's definitely the same way with everything in life. Relationships with people doing, you know, that you work with music on, mixing songs, everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any questions or comments, please holler at me. You can comment on the video. To the people that have subscribed, I really appreciate it, man. I know I haven't done a video in the last couple months. It's because I've been doing a lot of recording with the little bit of free time that I have. And there was one time I had a good jam out session with my homeboy, but I forgot to turn on the damn camera, and I'm sorry. That would have been a perfect opportunity for you to see me working with another artist and recording something, you know what I'm saying, mixing, doing the whole thing, you know what I'm saying. But next time I'll definitely do that. And again, I appreciate the people that subscribe. I appreciate the people that subscribed before and you still been checking out my videos. And you know, I'm gonna keep this thing going, man. Appreciate everybody taking the time to check out your boy, and I hope you learned something from this video. All right, peace.